Casey, I saw over the weekend you went to what I think was a retreat for women entrepreneurs. I thought we should have a discussion about it. I thought we should talk about masterminds in general, what you took from it, what you learned from it. I'd love to hear how the weekend went.
Well, I'll tell you, I've never been to one. So, I mean, the last month and a half, I've flown to three different things. I went to Rod Cleve's podcast in Florida. I flew to your event in Las Vegas, and then I went back to Florida just this past weekend for Heather Blankenship's women's mastermind. So it's basically a retreat for women entrepreneurs, and all of them invest in real estate in some capacity. So it was mostly for real estate entrepreneurs. But it was really cool because, there's not a lot of women in real estate anyway. And there's not a lot of women entrepreneurs because, women, we have kids, we stay home, the man works, all that. So I don't have any friends near me that own their own business. And most of them don't work. So especially living in the South when you can live on a single income. And that's, what I did. We moved here 2013, and I was a stay-at-home mom for a long time before I started my coaching program and started investing in real estate. But I didn't know any other women who I could relate to. And
Yeah.
that was the cool thing about, that's the cool thing about Heather Blankenship's mastermind that I joined this past year. And the even cooler thing of getting to meet a lot of these women in person.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said about getting in the room, getting in new rooms. And I think you're absolutely right. One of the things I love that you're a part of One Rental at a Time, as is Beth and others, is bringing that other voice, right? It does not there's lots of men, but I think having that other voice, and I think going on a retreat with other female entrepreneurs had to be enlightening because you're talking about very, unique things, unique opinions. You tackle, things differently. So I'm curious, what were some of the topics? What were some of the speeches about? Because it sounds like a great
Yeah.
idea.
So it was really cool. So there was plenty of speakers. So it was a 3-day event. There was like regular people, and then there's like you could pay for VIP and go for the first day, which I didn't do that. I just went for the 2 days. But there was like Bree Hartman was talking on self-storage. Zasha Smith was talking on investing in private money. Amy Majuri was there. Even Natalie Dawson came, who is I forget what her title is, but she's with the Grant Cardone,
Mhm.
Cardone Capital Ventures thing. So she was even there. She just came to speak and then she left with her posse. But it was really cool. And oh my gosh, she's so skinny. If you see her in person, I'm like, you know, it's but my God, there are so many. Who else was there? And of course, Heather Blankenship was there talking about she didn't talk much about RV parks, that's what she does. But some of the like women in the room that I met and networked with afterwards, there was one lady who owns an RV dealership. Her and her husband own an RV dealership that she bought a car dealership and completely transformed it and makes tons of money. There were women there that own mobile home parks, RV parks, tons of rentals. Sarah Weaver was there too. I'm thinking of all the people that were there. She does midterm rentals. There's a bunch of women speakers who are all entrepreneurs that all invested in something different. And it was really cool to me. I definitely felt like a small fish, for sure. When I was there, even with the people in the room that I would have dinner with and hang out with in between. But they're just so badass. Like, it's like, whoa, women are capable of so many things. And these women are so neat. And it was really cool. Women who own their own real estate brokerages who started, I would get to like have lunch with them and just like talk and like how they got that started. And it's always really cool hearing their journey, how they started, where they came from, how did that come about? And one thing that, one takeaway from it was that everybody has their own unique strategy, right? For investments. Not everyone does long-term rentals, not everyone does, you know, RV parks, their mobile home. Everyone's got their different things. And some people do multiple different
Mhm.
strategies. But the cool thing was like, it's okay to do whatever you want to do.
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
because on social media, we see so and so doing this, so and so doing that, and you feel like you're not good enough. But these other women who don't even do social media, they're just there, right? Are so freaking awesome. and they're doing what fits their lifestyle, what type of investments fits their lifestyle, and what they like, and they're like so happy with that. And it was like
Yeah.
so cool to see, because being on social media, you just feel the pressure to perform,
Yeah.
perform, perform.
Yep.
But not everyone's like that. So it was cool.
Yeah. I think one of the things that I'm going to guess, and we'll see if I'm right or wrong, but I'm going to guess you probably made at least 3 new friends that very likely would be part of your friend circle 6 months from now. Is that a fair
Oh,
guess?
yes. I mean, I would say even more. Like having lunch, and then having dinner. And even I shared a room with another girl who travels the world and does flips. Like she has flips in New Orleans, and she owns short-term rentals in New Orleans and Florida, but she travels the world. Like I roomed with her, and like she was so cool. It's like if I need a private money lender, I definitely have some that I built that trust and relationship I could go get. If I want help with writing really perfect creative finance deals or whatever, and I want paperwork for that, seller financing or whatever things that I don't have, I can go get that like that. And because not everybody is always out to not sell you something, but there's just so much giving, in a community of people that are on the same level. Um, it's like I was offering so much information. I hope so many people that were there that were newbies. There were newbies there that wanted to do long-term rentals. But it's like,
Mhm.
gosh, like I got to hang out with Bree Hartman, who is one of the self-storage,
Yeah.
queens. And she was asking me details about how do I do my coaching program and what's that like and what does that entail, because she wants to do one too. And I'm like, well, call me. Like, I'll tell
Yeah.
you all that I know about how to start an online business. Like, I'll tell you all that I know. And I know that if I had a few questions here or there about self storage, she would share.
Yeah.
So it's just really cool to have those relationships and make those connections in real life, because it's so much different than online.
Yeah.
And I will say too, just like at your event, I ran into some fans, so that was really cool. And the
Ah,
first night we had it like a yacht, like we all went on this big boat trip, boat ride and dinner and all that on this like yacht. It was really cool. And it was the first night, and like everyone was like talking to me, and I was telling them about me. They're like, "Oh, I already know about your life and your kids and your family and all
yeah.
that," because they. I'm like, yeah, it's so weird because you know me, but I don't know you. But it was really neat to see people in person and come out with phone numbers and connections and relationships. And it's like I know some of these girls. Like I met this girl in Roswell, New Mexico, who does seller finance, creative finance, everything. She owns her own real estate brokerage, and she's buying and developing an RV park out there. And I'm like, I hung out with her so much. I know I could, if I ever wanted to go visit and hang out or
Mhm.
learn or just have those higher elevated friends, I have them. Like it was
Yeah.
definitely worth it.
I think that, I have this saying, fire your friends. A lot of you are struggling to get started, and it's because your friends are your anchor, right? Maybe they're all in your case, right? A lot of your friends are stay-at-home moms, or they don't run businesses, they don't invest. You've got to purposefully manage your friend network, because to your point, you've just got to know there's a whole nother world out there. And going to this mastermind, I think going to this mastermind is going to be a huge unlock for you over the next 12 months.
I think so too. I made a lot of connections. I learned a lot. I learned that it's okay to be me, which,
Yeah.
sometimes you
Yeah.
don't realize you got to perform and do what you think the audience wants and do this. It's like, well, hell, when you do it, think of it that way. You do
Yeah.
nothing. Because it's not really you. And so, it's more inspiring to be like, okay, I'm just going to do what I want. People like it,
Yeah.
they like it. They don't like it, they don't like it.
I've
You
tried to
know,
tell you. I've tried to tell you that with your darn YouTube channel.
I know. But guess what, Michael? I'm going on Dion's channel tomorrow at 6 Central. So everyone that's watching, this probably won't come out by then, but I'm going to be on his channel tomorrow by request. Someone asked in the comments if I could come on. So I'm just like
Wow.
gonna do it. I know. And I've already got a couple YouTube videos that I recorded before I left. So I'm gonna edit those and get them out. And I think I'm gonna be less particular,
Yes.
about the content. I know. Hard,
Be yourself.
because
You're already
Instagram is
amazing.
so difficult. It's so difficult. And I put so much work into Instagram over the past 4 years. I mean, it's a full-time job to do content creation,
Yeah. No,
and I'm just like,
absolutely.
oh, another full-time job. That's 2 full-time jobs, Instagram and YouTube. So I'm just gonna like do what I want. I'm gonna do what I want both of them.
I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy to hear that. But again, I
I know.
think getting investing in yourself, getting in new rooms, making new friends, purposely managing your 5 closest friends. Like I'm serious. I think in the next 90 days, one or two of your closest friends, like your Casey's 5 friends, will be from that event. I really think that might happen.
Yeah, I think so too. And I've distanced myself, not on purpose, just from my local close friends because we have nothing in common. Half the time I feel like they don't even want to talk to me because we're not on the same level anymore. Like seriously, like
Yeah.
they're talking about romance novels and I'm like, I just sit there like, when's the next topic? Like I don't have time
Yeah.
for that.
Next. Fast forward this.
Time for that. Like I'll drink some more wine with you, but can we talk about something that I care about too? You know?
Yeah,
So
that's
it
hilarious.
ends up just being kids, which is fine. But I have been missing out on those connections with other women who are going somewhere, like who have
Yeah,
aspirations.
I just this YouTube channel is that for me. I get to talk to people moving and grooving, different markets, different paths, but it's just nice to know that the effort and the struggle, it's all part of it. I just love talking to you each week and all the others because I know we're doing good work. I know we're putting it out there, but hopefully somebody sees it like, hey, I want to be like Casey. Great, go be like
Yeah.
Casey. Go do that. That's okay.
I think, spending the money and going to those in-person events is definitely worth it. And before going to your thing in Vegas, I had never gone to any real estate thing besides my local investor meetings. But I've never flown to go to any real estate meetup or conference or anything. Never been to Bigger Pockets conference and it's like, wow, what I've been missing out on. Getting to know the people too, getting to know the people who consume your content, getting to really get to know them, what they want
Yeah.
and what they need from you, because I have so much information to share across so many things I could help people with. But
Yeah.
when I'm only talking like to myself, really, to a camera, sometimes I feel like I might lose touch with what the people need to, what I
Yeah.
can provide. So I think for anyone that's listening to this right now, if there is a meetup that you can go to or any sort of retreat or a real estate event, just surrounding yourself with people that are better than you, um, like in real life, not just online, in real life is
Yeah.
so key.
In
It's
real
so
life,
key.
IRL.
IRL, I know. So we didn't talk about this yet, but we're in contract on a lake house, but I'm not confident. So I haven't wanted to really bring it up because probably won't work out. But
Yeah.
it's gonna need a
Is-
lot of work if we do go through with it. And while I was at the conference, I'm texting Blake. I'm like, that's it. Forget this lake house. And I was like, we gotta do something else that makes us more money in this lake house. And he's like, great. What's it gonna be now? Self-storage, RV parks.
Yeah.
What's it gonna be now? You're gonna come back from this event and want to do all these things. And I'm like, I know,
That's
it's
funny.
just so fun. It's unlimited what you can do. And
Yeah, that's
when
the
you have the
eye-opening
people that
thing.
can help
Yep.
you,
Yeah.
get there, get to know them in real life. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's life changing, really. So I did meet some friends,
Yeah.
and it was
So
really cool.
is this something we could you said her name's Heather, right? Heather, was it Heather?
Heather Blankenship,
Does she do
yeah,
it quarterly, yearly? I don't know.
she
Sorry,
does
I
it
don't
two
know who
times a
Heather is.
year. She does
Okay.
it 2 times a year. The next one is in Orlando. It's the first weekend of November.
Very,
So
very
yeah,
cool. If
Heather
somebody's
Blankenship, if anybody wants to look.
yeah, if there's some ladies in the audience, any idea where I guess they just look up Heather
Yeah, they
online?
just type in Heather Blankenship. She'll show up on Instagram, and then she's
Okay.
probably gonna start talking about the next event soon because she just announced it at this event. And I'm sure on her website you can
Mhm.
get details on that, but probably heatherblankenship.com if anyone's interested. Women only.
Yeah, women only. That's okay. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. And again, we'll get to preview. You're going to go next one. You're going back to Orlando, I'm guessing.
Well, I don't know because Blake goes to Las Vegas for the SEMA show for work every November, and that's that week.
Ah,
Yeah, so
scheduling
yeah.
conflict.
Yeah, so he's gone legit all week long because they have a big booth at the SEMA show in Las Vegas. It's the same time. So I don't know if I'll get to go to the next one. But I'm open to other retreats and networking events too. So I'll look to see what's out there. But it was really cool.
Yeah, I saw the pictures again. Follow Brick by Brick on Instagram, Brick by Brick Wealth on Instagram. It was fun to watch. You look legitimately happy. Like
Yeah,
you
I
were,
sure was.
you were. It wasn't a fake smile. You were
Yeah.
legitimately happy. It was pretty
I
awesome.
got to meet the people that I've been following in real life for a long time and talked to. Like Zasha Smith is one of them. I've talked to her on the phone. We've talked on Zoom and stuff. And it was really cool because I watched her grow and then get to see her, in person and get to know her and hang out and other people too. It's really cool to see people that you look up to in real life and get to know them and realize, wow, they're just regular people.
Mhm. So
You know?
sometimes you meet your heroes and it doesn't work out. Was Sasha just as awesome in person as in online?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. And they all were, they all were. And even people who followed me and were like, I know everything about you. Oh my God, can I take your picture? I'm just with you. I'm so excited, getting to know them too. It's like, well, you're more than just like someone who follows me and engages. Like you're, real person too with all these things. And let's connect because you have value to share with me, even though some people are not huge on Instagram, but they are big in real life. Just they're
Yeah.
not social media people. um they have a lot to offer too. I mean, of course, but it's just
Mhm.
you wouldn't know it unless you talk to them in real life. You wouldn't know.
Exactly. Exactly. Casey, you're amazing. Again, I loved what you were doing over the weekend. You look like you were having a great time, making some new friends, growing as a person. Where can people follow you and go check this out?
People can follow me every day on Instagram, Brick by Brick Well, and YouTube, Brick by Brick Well, and my website. It's all
There
Brick
you
by
go.
Brick Well.
Casey, you're amazing. Thank you so much.